Have you ever just stared at a word in English and thought, there is no way that's how you say it? Yeah, you're definitely not alone. Today, we're going to tackle 20 of the most common words that trip people up. We'll crack the code on why they're so tricky and, more importantly, how to say them perfectly. All right, let's dive in. Right? It's a fantastic question. English is just full of these little puzzles where the spelling and the sound seem to have nothing to do with each other. It can be super frustrating, but today we're going to sort through some of that madness, starting with our very first category. First up, we are officially joining the Silent Letter Club. This is all about those sneaky letters that you see in writing but just completely disappear when you actually say the word out loud. Exactly. You can think of these letters like secret agents hiding inside a word. They're there, but they operate in total silence. Once you know how to spot them, they get a whole lot less intimidating. So let's go uncover some of them. So here are some classic members of the club. See that silent S in island or the silent B in debt? Yeah, they're just kind of there for looks. Let's zoom in on our first example to see what I mean. So with this one, the S is totally silent. It's not is land, it's island. Go on, give it a try. Island. Perfect. And here it is in action. They spent the holiday on an island. Hearing it in a full sentence really helps lock it in, doesn't it? Okay, let's run through a few more. First up, we've got debt, where that B is just silent. Then there's receipt, where the P vanishes. In salmon, you don't say the L. And ooh, this is a good one, cupboard. It looks like cupboard, but we actually say cupboard. Try saying those out loud for a second. And believe me, the Silent Letter Club has plenty more members. The H totally disappears in honest and hour, and the W is silent in both sword and answer. Yeah, go ahead and practice those a few times. It really helps. Okay, moving on to our second category. So it's not just single letters that can go MIA. Sometimes we lose a whole syllable. You know, this is a really big one if you want to sound more natural when you're speaking English. To talk faster, we just kind of smooth things out by dropping a weak vowel sound. It's not lazy, it's just efficient. Okay, look at this. This is a perfect example. We write it with 4 syllables. Ve, je, te, bol. But when we say it, it's just 3. Vegetable. That middle E, poof, it's gone. Listen again. Vegetable. Now it's your turn. Let's hear it in a sentence. Eat more vegetables every day. It sounds so much more natural when you drop that syllable, right? Here are a few other really common ones. We say comfortable, not comfortable. And who doesn't love chocolate, not chocolate? Then there's library, not library. And maybe the trickiest one of all, the month. It's February, not February. Definitely keep practicing those. All right, our final category is for the real rebels, the true rule breakers. These are the words where the letters just decide to team up and create sounds you would never expect. These are the words that might make you question everything you thought you knew about English phonics. But hey, don't worry. Once you're in on the secret, they're not so bad. And we're back where we started, chaos. So, the big secret here, that CH makes a hard K sound. So it's not chaos, it's chaos. Let's hear you say it. Chaos. Let's put it in a sentence. The classroom was full of chaos. See? It makes perfect sense now. Well, the pronunciation does, anyway. Let's tackle a few more. Clothes is a funny one. It sounds almost like the word clothes, but you add this soft th sound at the end. Pizza, you know that one, has that awesome t sound right in the middle. Breakfast totally breaks the rule of break. We say breakfast. And then there's photography. Here the PH makes an F sound, and the important part is stressing that second syllable, photography. Okay, we've gone through the rules, we've seen the examples, you know what's next. It's time for a final practice round to really make sure these pronunciations stick. You ready? Okay, let's do a quick fire round. From our Silent Letter Club, repeat after me. Wednesday. Island. Awesome. How about those vanishing syllables? Comfortable. Chocolate. You got it. And for our surprise sounds? Chaos. Photography. See? You're a pro. So what have we learned today? First, always be on the lookout for those sneaky silent letters. Second, to sound more natural, listen for syllables that just kind of disappear. Third, you gotta accept that some words are just weird and are there to surprise you.
And finally, and this is the big one, practice is everything.
And there you have it, our tour through 20 of English's trickiest words. The main thing to remember is that getting better at pronunciation is a journey, not a race. So, I'll leave you with this question. What English word just completely surprises you with its pronunciation? Thanks so much for joining me.